Now, despite a 40-point gift from Anthony Davis, the Celtics stole the show and beat the Lakers 126-115. Now, this was led by Kristaps Porzingis with 28 points, and all 5 starters for the C's had at least 18 points. Now, meanwhile, the Nuggets secured a 120-114 win at home versus the Warriors, and Andrew Wiggins came off the bench with 22, while Steph went 7 for 21 and 3 for 13 from the three-point line, finishing with just 18 points. All right, we're going to welcome in Kendrick Perkins and Tim Legler, and we have a birthday. Happy birthday, Tim. Oh, I'm not going to sing that.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna sing, but we're sending all the birthday love to Legs and.
Hey! It is a terrible day to have a birthday. Most anticlimactic day of the year, man. That's what I've been cursed with my whole life. It's okay though.
You said it, not us. But this is a debate show, so we can debate that at some point. But hey, you get 2 back-to-back days of joy. So let's keep that rolling, shall we? Let's roll with the joy, at least for the Celtics. But Perk, which team are you going to be more concerned about, the Lakers or the Warriors?
Oh, this is a no-brainer. It's the Los Angeles Lakers. No one have expectations for the Golden State Warriors. I've been said they were done. We're talking about a team in the Los Angeles Lakers that went to the conference finals last year, that brought back all the core pieces, except for Dennis Schroeder, and added some quality pieces like Gabe Vincent. But when I think about the Lakers right now, and I look at a LeBron James that, yes, he's doing and putting up numbers and doing things and defeating Father Time, but at the end of the day, he was tired last night. And you know why he's tired? Why he was tired? Because he had to do so much 2 nights before against the Oklahoma City Thunder. We had to drop 40. He had to do the ball handling. He had to do the playmaking. He had to do every damn thing. And until the Lakers make a move, my concerns are for them right now because they could be a first round out, to be honest with you, with this roster right now currently constructed. They could be out in the first round if they make the playoffs.
Well, that's why I'm going with the Golden State Warriors, because they can't grow. They're dead last in points in the paint. They don't get any easy buckets. They're dead last in block shots. And you know, you talk about the Lakers went to the conference finals. Well, just the year before that, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA finals. And Steph Curry. We people keep trying to have this conversation. Steph is the greatest point guard. We can debate that another day in time. Where he's on the same level as LeBron. Well, he should have the same level of expectation as LeBron with this team. And right now, they're not very good. They don't really get consistent play, and they don't get anything easy, Perk. They don't get anything easy, Legs. So everything is from the outside. It's hard to continuously win games. And as Wilbon was saying yesterday, is that the West has gotten better. The Nuggets are not coming back. Sacramento is on the ascend. We didn't think Minnesota was going to look like this year. We didn't know OKC was going to be like this year. Now, Phoenix, we're going to see if they can get their stuff together. They just don't play defense right now, and KD is already complaining about he needs help, yada, yada, yada. But when I look at these 2 teams, the LA Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, as long as I got LeBron is going to be fine. They're going to make some moves. I don't know the moves that Golden State can make that's going to make them what we think they should be or what they think they should be, which is championship contending team.
Yeah, look, when I hear the way this question is framed, the way I look at it is this. If Steph Curry's on your roster, then you're still expecting to contend for championships. So when I look at those 2 teams relative to being a contender, certainly I'm more concerned for the Golden State Warriors because I just don't think their top gear is the same as the Lakers' top gear. Look, you're seeing right now some carryover from going all in on the in-season tournament. This is a team in the Lakers that is 100% built for April, May, and June. They're going to have some days, particularly the dog days of the NBA season, which we're in right now, where they're just not going to bring necessarily that level of playoff intensity. Now, I will say, when AD shows up the way he did yesterday, you're expecting to win that game, and they've compared themselves to the Boston Celtics, who right now are the best team in the league. So I think if you go by yesterday, you're going to think, oh, the Lakers aren't close. You hear LeBron's comments. Well, you're gauging them next to the team that's right now the best team in the league. So I think that's a little bit of prisoner of the moment in making that comparison. When you really look at the totality of making a run later in the year, I still believe more in the Lakers because of their top 2 guys, their ability to play physically, the way the game is going to be played in the postseason. When I look at the Warriors, I know Clay's got out of his slump here recently, But again, yesterday, you saw a defense able to corral him, contain him. Wiggins is not the same guy that he was when they won a championship. I just don't see their top level being good enough to consider them a legitimate contender right now. And I'm not going to say the same thing about the Lakers as long as they have LeBron and AD healthy.
Well, let me ask both of y'all this question. What quality win outside of Oklahoma City has the Lakers got this season? Talking about playing against contenders. I'll tell you, not one. Not one. Let me answer it. Not one. Outside the game that LeBron had to go out there and get 40 and AD talking about they was in a must-win situation. That is concerning. And I don't want people to be fooled about the Lakers winning the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament was a beautiful thing. Adam Silver did his damn thing, okay? One of the best commissioners in the world ever have the job. But when I think about the Lakers and what they had to do to win the in-season tournament, they had the easiest pool play. They had to play the Pelicans and the Pacers, which they're clearly better than both of those ball clubs. And so when I think about the Lakers, I always measure them on what they supposed to do.
Than other great players. And you have that expectation for Giannis. You have that expectation for Joel Embiid. Why do we see the thing? What we do, Legs. You see what people are doing. Well, we don't have the same expectation for Legs. For Steph Curry. But you say he's the equivalent of the other guy. So I'm confused. But you said who did they beat? I'm trying to figure out how did Indiana make the finals of the in-season tournament? Who did they beat on the Eastern Conference to get there? Did they beat the Boston Celtics? Did they beat the Milwaukee Bucks? I'm just curious. Yes or no, Perk?
I mean, they did, but so what? So what, Shannon? Some people took the in-season tournament more serious than others. Now, would you pick, let me ask you this. Would you pick, if the Pacers and the Celtics was to match up today, you go pick the Celtics in the 7-game series, right?
Yeah, in the 7-game series. But the in-season tournament was a 1-game series. It's one and done, man. Move on. But I'm saying this, Perk, all I'm saying is this. Is that because the Warriors don't get easy, think about what they get. Everything is outside. And, it's hard to win games night in and night out consistently when you get no easy buckets. They ain't got nobody that can drop the ball down to and say, okay, go get your back to the basket, go get me an easy bucket. They dead last in points in the paint. They're not a great defensive team because they're small and they don't got anybody to challenge you. And so for that alone, AD gave us 40 and 13. LeBron, I would have liked to see him a little bit more aggressive. He turned into a passer, and I didn't think he needed to yesterday. Maybe let's just say for the sake of argument, Perk, your argument is true, that he was a little tired and he didn't have the legs to go out there and assert himself offensively. But still, I know what AD has been exceptional this year. He's been great, not only in points, rebounds, and blocks, but he's been there. He's played. That's what I need. I need him on the court. So I'm not concerned about the Lakers. The Lakers will be just fine. They're going to make a move. I just don't know, even if the Warriors were to make a move, where can they go to get someone that make them serious playoff contenders? A championship contender.
Yeah, I look at it like this still for me, for the Lakers. I look at the Lakers and I look at the landscape in the Western Conference. I think some of these teams still have question marks. Right now, I think Minnesota's operating pretty much at full capacity. We know what they are. But look, this is a team that hasn't gone through that before, right? 2 rounds, 3 rounds. You get a team like the Lakers in a 7-game series, you're Minnesota, that could be a different ball game with LeBron James out there controlling the pace. We know what Denver is, and they're second in the West right now. We expect that team to be a conference finalist, maybe a repeat champion. Right now, we're reacting a lot, I think, to what LeBron had to say, because it was right after the game. You just went up against this probably the best or second best starting 5 in all of basketball, certainly the most versatile offensive starting 5 in all of basketball that the Celtics put out there. And by comparison, LeBron said, look, we're not on that level right now. So now everybody's thinking like, oh, it's panic time for the Lakers. Bottom line is this. You get that team with that player in a 7-game series, I still think they can compete and contend with those two guys. For the Warriors, the margin for error is so much smaller because they win one way, and the guys they have doing it don't do it as efficiently or as good or as often as they used to. That spells a tough run for the Golden State Warriors to get out of the first round or maybe even be a play-in team.
No, but here's the thing, though. They've been having concerns even before Braun comments last night. That's why they moved D'Angelo Russell to the bench. If you got elite guard play, you're going to beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Last year, I'm going to tell you this, Shannon and Legs. I know one thing. I know the Lakers were wishing to play Golden State like they did instead of the Sacramento Kings, because if they played the Sacramento Kings last year, they would have went home, because they don't have an answer for De'Aaron Fox. Go check the numbers. He's been busting they behind since he's been playing them. They don't have an answer for him. So until they make a move, they have to make a move. Otherwise, they will be a first-round exit. Think about this real quick. When they won the NBA championship in the bubble, right? Who did they have on that roster that was a key piece? Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo. Who's setting the table for Bron and AD to get easy buckets, to take the pressure off of Bron? Nobody. They need a third star.
Yeah, and look, the Warriors and the Lakers currently occupy the 2 play-in spots in the West, but they do have to make moves because the Lakers have a minus 120 points differential in the first, which is the worst in the NBA.